Modern relationships, a battlefield where most men lose not because they're weak, but because they've forgotten what truly matters. Everywhere you look, men are chasing love. They chase attention. They chase validation. They chase women as if love is the ultimate prize. But here's the truth that nobody wants to tell you. Love is not the foundation of a man's life. Purpose is. Without purpose, love will crush you. Without purpose, relationships will drain you. And without purpose, no woman will ever truly respect you. Today, we're going to dive deep into the reality of modern relationships. Why so many men are lost, why women seem harder to satisfy, and why your mission, your discipline, your path as a man must always come before romance. This is not about hating women. It's about understanding truth. Because once you understand truth, you stop chasing. And when you stop chasing, everything, including love, begins to chase you. The illusion of modern love. Society sells men a dream. Movies, music, social media. They all tell you that love is the answer. Find the right one, give her your heart, and live happily ever after. But reality doesn't work like that anymore. Modern love has changed. In the past, love was about survival, legacy, and building families. Today, love has been commercialized, sexualized, and weaponized. People swipe left and right like they're shopping for shoes. Attention is the new currency, and loyalty, rare. Many men enter relationships hoping for peace, but instead they find chaos. Why? Because they made love their foundation instead of their mission. A man without purpose becomes dependent on love to give him meaning, and that dependency is the very thing that destroys him. Why men lose themselves? Let's be honest. Most men lose themselves in relationships. They meet a woman, they fall in love, and slowly they abandon their path. They stop working as hard, they skip the gym, they neglect their goals. Their entire identity becomes about making her happy. But here's the brutal truth. A man who abandons himself to please a woman eventually loses both himself and the woman. Why? Because women are not attracted to men who orbit around them. They are attracted to men who orbit around a purpose. If your entire life is centered on her, she will test you. She will lose respect. And eventually, she will leave. Purpose first, love second. This is the core principle every man must tattoo in his mind. Purpose before love. Your mission is your anchor. It's what keeps you stable when emotions rise, when relationships shake, when life throws storms at you. A man on his mission is unshakable. He knows who he is. He knows what he stands for. And because of that, women feel drawn to him. Here's the paradox. When you stop chasing women, when you stop making love your ultimate goal, you actually become more attractive because your energy, your drive, your focus, it creates gravity. And women can't resist a man with gravity. The harsh truth about modern dating is not designed for men. That's the hard truth. We live in an era of hypergamy, where women naturally seek the highest value man they can attract. And with social media, their access to high-value men is multiplied. That means if you're not building yourself, if you're not standing out, if you're not leveling up, you will simply become invisible. Women today have options, hundreds of men in their DMs, thousands of men ready to give them attention for free. So what separates you from the crowd? Not your looks alone, not your money alone. It's your mission, it's your energy. It's the fact that you don't need them because you're already fulfilled in your path. What women really respect. Many men think women want love more than anything. That's not true. What women truly respect, what they deeply crave, is a man who is anchored in his mission, a man who knows who he is, a man who doesn't break under pressure. Love without respect is meaningless, and respect is earned not by begging, not by chasing, not by worshiping her, but by walking firmly in your purpose. When you're on your path, she naturally admires you. She aligns with you. She submits, not because you force her, but because she trusts your direction. The power of walking alone. Here's a secret. Solitude is one of the greatest weapons a man can have. Most men are terrified of being alone. That's why they rush into relationships, settle for less, and chase validation. But the man who can walk alone is unstoppable. Alone time sharpens your mind. Alone time forces you to build. Alone time makes you dangerous, not in a destructive way, but in a way that gives you power, control, and clarity. And here's the twist. The moment you become comfortable walking alone, that's when people start walking toward you, women included, because nothing is more magnetic than a man who doesn't need anyone but chooses carefully who to allow into his life. Building a legacy mindset. Ask yourself this: do you want to be remembered for how much you loved a woman, or for the empire you built, the impact you created, the lives you changed? Love is beautiful. Companionship is valuable. But legacy is eternal. When you die, your purpose, your work, your mission will outlive you. Love alone will not. So live in a way that when you're gone, the world still feels your presence. That's what separates men who are remembered from men who are forgotten. Balanced love. Now, don't get it twisted. I'm not saying love has no place in a man's life. Love is powerful when it's balanced, when it's built on top of your mission, not in place of it. The right woman will support your path, not distract you from it. She'll walk beside you, not ahead of you. She'll help you multiply, not drain you. But you can only attract such a woman when you're already rooted in your purpose. If you're lost, you'll attract chaos. If you're weak, you'll attract control. If you're desperate, you'll attract disrespect. Love works best when you don't need it to survive. Conclusion and call to action. So here's the truth, brother. Modern relationships are not what society told us they would be. If you make love your foundation, you will break. If you make a woman your entire world, you will lose her. But if you make purpose your foundation, if you live for your mission, if you walk the path of discipline and strength, then love will not destroy you. It will enhance you. Remember this: a man on his purpose will always have options, but a man without purpose will always be an option. Focus on your mission. Build your mind. Build your body. Build your empire. And when the time is right, love will come, not as your master, but as your partner. If this message spoke to you, if it opened your eyes to the truth about modern relationships, then don't just keep it to yourself. Share this with another man who needs to hear it. Hit that like button to push this message further. Subscribe for more truth, more strength, and more clarity on the masculine path. And drop a comment below. What's your mission right now? Because at the end of the day, love may fade, but purpose is forever.